we'll get a new one. It's okay. It's good.
Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Oh wait, I cussed.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna do the thing, isn't he?
Michelle. We look good today.
Yes, we do. Oh my God.
Let me pull this closer and say that louder. We look good today.
Has it been a minute yet?
I don't know. I cussed already, so he probably got me. My bad.
We look great today. God damn it.
Man, we look delightful.
Every time. Okay, guys. My name is Nicole.
I'm Jayla.
And we are
Two brown dots.
Yay. Killing the game.
Killing the game all the time. Don't wait. Don't wait.
I didn't know if you beat me to it. I was just...
You were looking at me.
Like, who is she going to say it?
She going to say it? Who's going to say it?
Who's going to say it?
One of these days we're both going to say it, and then we got to just finish.
We have to buy each other a Coke.
I don't drink Coke.
I don't either, but like...
Don't buy me a Coke.
Good luck.
Don't buy me a Coke. Buy me tea.
Tea?
Let's do that. Let's do that.
That's easy.
Okay, Michelle. So, what are we talking about today?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Jayla, I figured today, why don't we just talk about food?
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, you know, we go out to eat a lot, you know, and
yes.
We know what's good, we know what's not good and everything.
We like a good time.
A good time. It is always topped off with good food, you know?
Yes, definitely.
So,
how did we come up with food? Y'all, we couldn't pick a topic.
It wasn't we couldn't pick a topic. It was we did not go to our meeting. Okay? And
I think we just couldn't pick a topic.
No, I can pick a topic anytime. That's why I picked food. So I just came up with it because I wanted to.
Got you. Yeah, see, I just couldn't pick. It had nothing to do with the meeting that we didn't go to. I just literally couldn't pick anything.
Oh my gosh, us and our topics. I'm like, I'm always like, Jayla, just pick a topic. And you're like, no, together. And I'm like,
always together.
Oh my God.
We need to discuss it. We can't just...
It's so easy. I'm very improvisacious.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can say, let's talk about hats. And I would be like, I can talk about hats all day.
I cannot. I need to research that. I need to gain more knowledge about hats. What type of hat do you like to wear? Why am I wearing this hat today?
Mainly because I like the name Fedora. Or a bowler hat. It's only because, like, the Disney character.
I was going to say, I'm thinking of Meet the Robinsons.
Yes, like a little, like...
bowler hat guy.
Yes. Oh, my God. Hats can, like... And then, of course, you know, Slash, like, with the top hat.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who else could pull up a top hat like that, man?
Yes. Yeah. But that's not today's topic. Today's topic is food. We're going to be talking about all the good stuff.
All our favorite cuisines, where we like to go, when we like to eat, why we like to eat. Mainly, how do you eat?
Yeah.
Can we have a segment for that? My personal training stuff is coming out. We should have a segment.
I was just going to say, like, how to maintain your healthier lifestyle choices.
We can definitely
but still have a good time.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. So let's lean into this. Jayla, what is your favorite type of food?
Oh geez, why do I never have, like, sometimes I feel like I can't pick something, but I'm not sure if I have a favorite type of food. Probably my favorite type of food is something that I don't have often, and that's probably Japanese or Thai food or Chinese food. Those cuisines, I really don't eat them very often, but I absolutely love them. Sushi, like I live for those things. That's just me type of food.
Yeah.
Things that I do eat a lot are like more Mexican cuisine. Mm-hmm. Like.
Is it because that's more convenient?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, easy to make at home.
Oh, yeah.
Not that there's not simpler Japanese or Chinese dishes that I can't make at home.
So
it's just
Have you seen those sushi makers before?
Yes, I've made sushi before.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah.
The little sushi makers though, it's like you put like the rice in and then like you put your ingredients and you smash it all together in like a little contraption. They're really inexpensive, but I thought those were really nifty. Yes.
That'd be fun to do that again.
Like experiment with that. Like,
yes.
I haven't used like I've done like the bamboo like thing. That's the traditional.
And that's how I've made sushi before.
I want to get the little contraption because it makes like just enough, you know. But it's like not that expensive. Like I just want to try it.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah. It's something. It's definitely something to try. A new experience that I don't have often.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah.
Yes.
Word. It's Mexican food.
Mexican food is delish. I like guacamole. I don't know. I really don't know what truly counts as like Mexican cuisine though.
Oh gosh.
Because I don't want to offend anybody.
I don't know authentic Mexican food, but it would be insulting to say that like Taco Bell is like
right.
I feel like if you go to like a sit down Mexican restaurant, you're gonna be American Mexican food.
Yes.
You know, unless you're not in Mexico or you don't go to like a predominantly Mexican family that cooks, you're probably not going to get the real thing.
Right. Or, I mean, even just trying to make it yourself at home, just going off of whatever recipe you found online.
I feel like it's almost like making grandma's rolls, you know, like that's a passed down recipe. Like, you know, it's right. Like this is soul food.
Yes.
Like it's like a trait. Like it's not like you can always learn to cook and stuff.
Yes.
But it's like, if it's in you, like that is authentic AF.
That's how it's authentic. How do you measure your ingredients?
Like by your soul.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, you just have that arm.
Yeah.
You got the arm. I love a good like one pot dish. So thinking like gumbo, I make a really good gumbo, guys. It comes very natural for me to cook.
That's very good.
So I make a good gumbo. I like casseroles.
Yeah.
Casseroles are so good.
Have you ever had a bread pudding casserole? It's like a breakfast casserole where you put bread and eggs and sausage and like the peppers and
yes, my mom has done that before. She's done it with you would want to do like biscuits.
Okay.
So like biscuits like out the can if you're trying to do it quick. Ain't nobody got time making it from scratch when you've got like 8 people to feed. So but she'll take biscuits and she puts it in a bundt cake pan.
Yeah.
And she'll put one layer in there and then she'll add the egg and cheese. And you know, when I was still eating meat, she would do breakfast sausage, bacon, onions, maybe some hash browns if you're feeling it. Then you want to overtop that with more biscuits and butter the top of that for sure. Stick it in the oven.
Oh, see, yours is more like a pie effect. I like the recipe that I found was literally like crumble up some bread and put like eggs and like all those ingredients like you named off and then bake it, and it was okay. Like I obviously don't go to it like all the time. Like
well, in my opinion, it's something that's really, really fast and just throw it together, and it doesn't always have all the seasoning that I need. The flavor that I'm wanting to get when I cook it, when I cook things separately.
I wonder like if that's because the bread soaks up a lot of the flavors or
maybe you got to season the bread and the eggs.
Use herbs. Like I feel like herbs are slept on. Like
good herbs.
Yeah, that'll probably help a lot too. But you gotta know. So your favorite food is like, I guess, things that you haven't had before.
Haven't had in a long time.
Okay. And then you usually do like Mexican food and stuff too. Well, is there anything like you recommend like people try that they haven't tried before?
Pad Thai.
Yes. I feel like that's so common.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me because I don't eat it a lot.
Like, if you can get your hands on some Pad Thai, That would be awesome.
Oh my gosh. Pad Thai or drunken noodles are really good. What's another thing that I really just don't get enough of? I eat veggies and rice like a lot, so that's not really something that I would say get that or recommend it. But I'm trying to think. Something, probably just those things. Drunken noodles and pad thai. Because I just don't get curry. Like, I don't get enough of those things, and they're just tasty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, now I'm thinking of like Hawaiian cuisine.
Hawaiian. That's gonna be all pork. Pineapple.
Yeah, I was gonna say in pineapple. Back when I was still eating meat on my mom would make a really good, I think it was chicken. It was it's like a sweet savory sort of dish, and it's just you bake the chicken, and it's think like little mini, like a hen chicken, and it's the thighs and all that stuff, and you would bake it and then have that over some rice. Oh my gosh.
Oh snap.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Lots of vegetables. I love vegetables.
I was just about to say, so it sounds like Hawaiian and Indian foods are like kind of similar in regards to like utilizing rice so much, like or in the way that they do. Like Japanese, of course, sushi, but like Hawaiian food. It's probably because like the Hawaiian food I've had, like the cook, he really didn't like vegetables, so I didn't really experience a lot of like Hawaiian vegetable like, with the rice. But I know Indian food, it's like meat, sauce, rice. Bread, like non-bread, oh, so good.
Right.
Yeah, that's the problem though. Like that's what makes it so good. It's just literally all the good stuff. Like no one wants to fuck with vegetables like that.
I know, but you should.
Yeah, you really should. Eat
vegetables,
that clean diet.
Yes, vegetables are so good, and I think that what makes some people really steer clear of them is probably just how they're being fixed. I mean, I've met friends whose parents would give them Brussels sprouts, and they'd be like, Brussels sprouts are disgusting. It's like, well, how are they making them? They're like, they just steam them. I'm like, do they season it? No.
Yeah.
Well, that's where and I'm like, well, that's where you fall short. You got to season your food. If you season your main entree, which is typically your meat, right? If you're a meat eater or something like that, or your beans, if you're seasoning that, why would you not season your vegetables?
Right, exactly.
It doesn't make sense to me.
That's herbs. Yeah. Use the herbs, man.
Yes, get with it.
Yes. If I could have my vegetables cooked a certain type of way all the time, I would love them to be grilled all the time.
Yes.
Zucchini, do some fucking veggie skewers. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh. You put like grape tomato, even like a garlic clove. Like, I love me some straight fucking garlic.
Oh my gosh. I love garlic so much.
Zucchini, yellow squash, mushroom. And just keep doing that shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then put it in a bowl and just dive in.
Jayla.
Okay.
Okay, so I know like I'm with you most of the time whenever you go out to eat. So
most of the time, yes.
You gotta tell me, what's the worst restaurant experience you had with your food? I got one already. I already got one.
Oh, geez. It was, I mean, maybe there's some from childhood that I can't really think of, but childhood, I don't really care. I'm with my parents. But if I could, off the top of my head, one experience that came up was when we had went to one restaurant, and they kept putting meat in my...
I remember. I know which one you're talking about.
This one is actually within the last year, you guys. Probably the last, 8 months that this happened. Oh my gosh. Like, I had to send my food back over and over again because they kept putting meat in it, and I'm just like, what is happening? They ended up having to recommend me something totally different. They were like, we cannot keep giving you this because it literally has meat in it. And for a second I had to think about it, like, I hope they don't think I'm like reaching over to like I'm sabotaging this or something. I'm pulling meat out of my purse. Like, no.
They're like little meat crumbles too.
Yes. And it kind of made me think that I wonder if maybe somebody like got some meat in the beans and somebody stirred it up for some reason.
Yeah.
And maybe it sunk in there.
Didn't tell nobody.
Yes.
Trying to kill someone.
Oh my gosh. And they just kept giving me the same dish. 3 times I had to send this back. And they eventually just came back out and was like, look, don't eat that.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to serve you this again. Obviously, there's some stuff going on, but it's too late in the evening and all that to really make a new batch of anything. So I think it was the bartender had came over and was like, this, I'm giving you this. And I went back there and I got it myself. And I think it was avocado tacos.
Yes.
Avocado tacos, which were bland, but it was avocado tacos that they came out with. And she was like, I went and grabbed this off the freaking thing myself. And if there's any meat in this, if there's anything wrong with it, I'm going to go back there and somebody's going to get bitched out.
What is going on?
That had to be a very bizarre experience. But I've never had like, because something that came to mind first when you asked me that question was like customer service skills.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had any where I'm like, this waitress is a piece of crap. Like I don't think I've had an experience like that I can really think of. I just try to be appreciative of people who are serving me, because you never know what they're capable of.
Oh, I got a story. It was actually with the owner of the freaking restaurant. He's a fucking jackass. Like, I am so like, your job's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's really not. I've bartended. I've served. I've done it all. In Kansas City. We're in the Kansas City Metro. Don't ever come at me with this. So this is what happened. I went to this is like the first time I ever went to this restaurant, and it was like American traditional foods.
Yeah.
And it was like actually in like a basement of a building in this really historical district. And me and my friend at the time, we went there and we just wanted something quick to eat and just to chat. Like it was just like a quick hangout. And I see on the menu they have like barbecue mac and cheese.
Yeah.
So it was like barbecue brisket was in the middle of a bowl of mac and cheese. At least I think that's what I got. That actually might be the other one that I got instead of what I originally ordered, because whenever I originally ordered, I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't come in there guns a-blazing or anything like that. I think I had to have been like 20. Like, I was young and new and like not like, yes, I've always been pretty like, if you're wrong, you're wrong. But like, I didn't come at nobody. I had told the waitress politely, I was like, hey, I don't like what I just ordered. And I didn't like it because I could make it at home. Yeah. And it wasn't anything that was special. It wasn't special. Yeah. I just didn't like it. And so she was like, okay, well, let me go get the boss. And I'm pretty sure maybe he was just the manager. Maybe he didn't just own the place, but it was a small restaurant. So I'm like, this guy comes over here and he's a big dude. Yeah. And granted, he was white. I will bring that up because to be as young as I was and in an area where it wasn't like predominantly black people and stuff, with everything that's going on in the world, I won't say that he was being racist, but I think that, whenever you judge people, you just think you can get away with whatever you want. And I was young, so it really could have been the fact that I just looked like a kid to him. Yeah. So he comes over, and this is what he says. What's the problem? Pissed me off, man. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck do you mean, what's the problem? Yeah. Like, I literally, and I was so nice about it. I was like, I just don't like it. Is there something we can do? And I'm sure, like, the server didn't go over to the boss and was like, this bitch over here. Right. Like, right. He came over like, what's the problem? And so I was like,
it kind of sounds like he just had other things to really handle than speaking to you about your food quality, and that's not good.
If you're a manager in a restaurant, you have all the reason to be concerned with your food quality. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to tell anybody to come back. Like, yeah. It's not, that was sucky. But because I knew better, like, he didn't handle that right. Like, yeah. I actually held my composure because I think the friend at the time, she was kind of like, Michelle, why do you have to say anything? Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm not going to pay for something I don't want. Exactly. I don't even want to eat it. Like, what the heck? And so I was like, what can we do about it? And he pretty much was just like, well, let's make you something else. And I think that's whenever I got the mac and cheese with the barbecue stuff in the middle, which still wasn't even that good. It was like the mac and cheese was bland, and the barbecue stuff was like, if I went home and got like maybe a cup of brisket and like some barbecue sauce and pops it in the microwave for a second, but in the middle of some Kraft mac and cheese.
Wow.
It was
what a service.
It was so sucky. So, but like I, you know, you talk enough, and like he was fine whenever we walked out. And I was just like, I hope I didn't cause any problems or anything. And he was just like, oh no, you're good, you're good. And I was like, I know I'm good. You suck.
We're all grown adults here, and I don't know. I just think of like, how can I have compassion for you when you're literally like.
I don't even get that deep with it. I'm like, just do your job. Like, I literally, it's not even that hard. And I will say, in like my experience with that story, there were only like 2 other people in the whole restaurant. So I'm like, I really know you weren't doing shit. Like, honestly, it's almost like if I were to look back and think, maybe he was just on a smoke break, and then the server came out and was like, fuck this bitch again. And then he came out and was like, what's your problem? And then I was like, I said, what the? Right. I'm sorry, did I like disturb your smoke break? I smoke cigarettes too. Like, there is no excuse.
Oh my gosh. But I will say, don't ever feel uncomfortable to send your food back if you don't like it.
Exactly. You
don't
know
ever
what spit looks like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Why did you just?
Like, if you see a hair, if you see some sideways looking stuff in your food when you get it back, send it back.
Send it back. Yeah, you shouldn't have to feel required to pay for something that wasn't to your liking. And good service, a good management, good team, they'll want to make sure that their customers leave pleased. So what type of food do you like to have? Cuisine wise, anything?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm an American woman. I straight up, I'm about that cheeseburger.
American woman.
Give me what I need. I love cheeseburgers. I think they're really good. I honestly am not, like, my body doesn't take too well with beef or pork. And it's just, I know it. So typically whenever I do get like a cheeseburger, I am probably drunk. Or I can do like a turkey burger instead, but like it's just turkey is more dry, if anything. So I'm really good at eating the same thing all day, every day. But I like to cook. My parents taught me how to cook. My dad taught me how to cook. Like, I know what's good, you know?
Yeah.
So with that being said, my diet looks more like chicken and broccoli for breakfast, or like 4 eggs for breakfast and an apple. And then I go chicken and broccoli. And then it's, I get turkey and a sweet potato. And then you go into salmon and quinoa, and then probably like another meat with some more broccoli tilapia and broccoli.
Yeah.
And then to go to bed is like dairy, just to hold you over through the night. So like a cheese stick. So that can get a little bit like, but I know how to make like hibachi vegetables and do the hollandaise sauce at home. That's one of my favorite things and everything. And I mean, I'm not like severely fitness training, but it's a mental switch. And this is what I teach my clients. Like, this is why I love being a trainer, because I know what it's like to feel guilty whenever you want to eat things that you sincerely just want.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cheeseburgers, definitely my favorite. I'm like, I almost want to be like, I'm a fast food junkie. Like, I will get something quick. Like, if I'm drunk and it's fast food, I'm usually down. Like Taco Bell, Panda Express.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Like, because other than that, I'm at home eating what I just like spewed off, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Would you say that herbs are like your favorite thing to cook with when you make these items? Or is there any particular seasonings that are like staples for you when you cook?
Himalayan salt.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is all fitness training stuff. So like, for the past year, I've literally only been eating like that. So whenever I get my hands on a good seasoning, and I'll tell you guys a really cool trick too that I picked up from one of the fitness models that goes to the gym I go to. I think I already told you the story.
Yeah.
But so one of the things that she was putting on her chicken was popcorn seasoning. Yes. because you can't eat like all the sauce. You can't put cheese and stuff on your food.
No, yeah.
Especially like she's like 10% like or less like body fat percentage. So she really could not cheat. So like I remember hanging out with her at the desk at the gym I was working at the time.
Yeah.
And she like had shredded like chicken breasts, like probably baked. And then she put like cheddar cheese, nacho, like popcorn seasoning on it. And I was like, and at the time I was just getting into like meal prepping and staying on top of things.
Yes.
And she was like, yeah, it tastes really good. And I was like, on it. Like I got Parmesan, garlic, like popcorn seasoning, nacho cheese, and ranch popcorn seasoning.
Yes.
And it does do the trick. The only thing with popcorn seasoning on like your foods like that, because I put ranch on like my tilapia.
Yeah.
It's just baked tilapia.
Yeah.
It's
so interesting.
it's strong, and it's not like gonna look like what you are used to things looking like. Like you're not gonna see melted cheese. You just put like nacho cheese powder on your
so it's gonna look a little rough.
It's gonna look a little rough, and you're gonna eat it and you're like, oh, it's really strong. And then you're gonna be like, okay, well, it's flavor. It's not just salt and pepper. Like, right. Probably the best seasoning if you're gonna like eat like that, like fitness training wise, lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper's good. I like that on my potatoes. When I make a baked potato, I put lemon pepper on it. I put actual lemon. That's a trick that I have for my baked potato, is to put actual, like, put a squeeze of some lemon on your baked potato.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it is incredible.
I like to utilize herbs in my drinks.
Okay.
So I like, you guys can look at my Instagram. There are some drinks that I made where it's in a tall glass, and I ombre out my fucking liquids, and I put thyme in the top of it, and I put chai seeds on the very top. It's more of like an aesthetic thing, but thyme literally is probably like, it's my favorite because it looks really cool in the drink, and you like, it's the aroma.
Yes.
So whenever I would make like these drinks for like my friends, rosemary. Was it a rosemary? It's one that looks like a little pine tree. I would take that herb, and you're supposed to pinch it and then go like rub it against the rim of the glass. So then whenever you serve it and you take the drink, or even like use a straw, the aroma, like it's the it's the sensations that you get.
Yes.
Like, I love telling stories like with my drinks and stuff.
Yes.
So that
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I drink pretty much anything Michelle gives me. So, like, if she recommends a tea, I drink it. Her weird bar drinks that don't all.
Oh my gosh.
We've got stories. But like,
Mason jars.
Oh my gosh. Michelle's drink shenanigans when she's just like, creativity is just going berserk for her. I'll drink whatever she puts in front of me. I'm like, all right, what'd you put in it? And she's like, there's rosemary. I'm like, all right. I always have to sniff it first.
Right. But
because I need to know.
Yeah. Do it.
Yes. And it always turns out so good.
Oh my goodness. I'm just glad you love it.
So is there a recipe that you do like to cook a lot, not a lot, because it's just so special?
So I have memories. When I do this with my hands.
I know you're excited. You're just really happy. Let's all do this together. You just spotted yourself and was like, wow.
This is what I look like. I need to stop. Oh my gosh. You know that movie Happy Feet?
Yes. That's like me when I'm like bobblehead sitting here. I swear I'm just.
You're just really excited. Oh my gosh.
I need to like hold still.
It's just hard to do that. It's like whenever you're singing on stage and everyone's like, stop swinging back and forth. They're like twiddling your thumbs whenever you're. It's like, it's a tick. It's just a tick, man. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, so. It's really nostalgic for me to think of, like, what I like to cook. It's like, you remember, like, home economics class, like, back in, like, middle school?
Yes, I hated that class.
Wow.
That's nothing compared to my mother.
Well,
That's all I have to say.
oh my gosh, I feel like home ec like offended the fuck out of you. I was just lucky to be there. Like
We're very fortunate to even have a home ec class.
Home economics class, I remember learning how to make orange Julius, which was literally the most sugary drink any middle schooler could have ever had. Like, I don't know why the teacher was like, sure, they can do it.
Whose idea was that?
Because it's vanilla ice cream.
Yes.
Orange, like frozen orange juice. Mm-hmm. Sugar. Like, if I was a parent, I'd be pissed. I would be like, who the fuck's idea was this?
Who gave my 12-year-old
all of the fucking sugar?
Oh my gosh.
And then you put like some vanilla extract in it, and it really is so good.
But it's like the worst thing you could ever be eating.
Oh my gosh. Because, okay, so I bring up that class because
It sounds like a dreamsicle.
Yeah, I think that's really what it really was.
Okay, I was like, it reminds me of a dreamsicle.
I bet you I still have the recipe we used back in the day upstairs somewhere, though, because I really did like it. I made it at home. I was like, got that. Oh, gosh, that reminds me of so many things. My dad would be so proud of this. Because I was actually supposed to be on the culinary team in high school. My dad reminded me. I think, he probably told you this story, too. He reminded me how the culinary teacher in high school asked to have him come to the school to talk me into joining the team. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't do it. I didn't think it was cool enough. Yeah. And that's why I didn't do it. There were two, theater and culinary. It's where I should have been in high school. But instead, I did FFA and whatever the fuck else I did. Oh, I have to say, so my favorite recipe to cook is pretzels at home. Homemade pretzels.
Oh my God, we never even said
it.
I know. We just Man, pretzels are delish.
They're so fun to make.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so you're talking about an actual like fluffy, soft pretzel
from scratch. Like,
Yum.
You boil the dough and then you bake it, and you got to put like, I don't want to say I used olive oil because I know olive oil can leave like an olive kind of taste. So I probably use like vegetable oils and then put it in the oven. And then I would just melt down like some Velveeta cheese. I remember making this. Like, I was on a kick for that whenever Jersey Shore was just becoming like huge.
Jersey Shore. Oh my gosh. Well, I love pretzels. I like cinnamon, though. I'm a more sweeter kind of gal when it comes to pretzels. If I do savory, it's mostly like the sticks, like the, like the little pretzel sticks.
I never put salt on mine. I don't
like salt on it.
Oh, I think they're too big.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
and it's too salty. It makes it too salty, especially if you don't do it right. Like, I guess you could say I don't mind salt, but sometimes people just get a heavy hand with the freaking salt on a pretzel. And I'm like, you don't need all of that. And you're going to take away all that goodness you did with the dough, like with the bread. Like, come on.
Right. I learned, like whenever I was first getting into like cooking those, that you can dip pretzels in mustard. And that's like an actual like German thing.
So good.
My
grandmother and I would do that.
Yeah.
I like it.
I never really stuck with it. I don't think I liked it that much. I can eat it. Yeah. But I don't think I liked it that much.
I think sometimes it also just depends on what type of mustard. I wouldn't say like use Frenchie's table side mustard.
There's gotta be a certain type.
Do like probably Dijon mustard would be really good.
Dijon.
Yes. I'm a huge fan of like horseradish mustard.
Oh yeah.
Granted, I don't think I've ever had it with my pretzel, so it'd probably be just fine, but
but horseradish, that has been creeping into my life because I've been falling in love with oysters.
Are you gonna tell them the story?
I have a problem,
y'all. So we got oysters, and like it came with like this marmalade red stuff, and then it also came with red wine vinegar. Yeah. And it also came with horseradish. I like to take those things. I always mix them together, especially the horseradish with the little red marmalade stuff.
Took the rap for me on this one.
I seriously, like, I had no idea that this was going on the other side of my table. Like, I had stirred up my stuff, and then I'm putting all my things together, getting it on the cracker, blah, blah, blah. And then Michelle
so ready for this oyster life. Like
Michelle just takes like what did you do? Take a chunk of the horseradish and just put it on there?
No, I
you didn't stir it. You didn't. That was the biggest thing, was that you didn't stir it.
I know, but I know I put like the horseradish in the vinegar stuff. And
okay.
Maybe I just like took it and just bloop, and I did not mix it. So like the horseradish broke up. That it was not the case.
Yeah.
I cleared out all of my sinuses.
Oh my gosh. Horseradish, I wouldn't say it's just as bad as wasabi, but
Which one's worse?
I think wasabi might be worse.
I think you're right.
I think wasabi is worse, but horseradish can get up there though. They have the same effects.
Oh, okay. Do you have any other questions for me before we wrap up?
I don't think so. I feel good. You feel good?
I feel like I could keep talking.
I know, that's the word. I'm like, we gotta like chill. Did you
up.
have any more questions? Anything to bring up?
If I brought it up, we'd be here for another hour. And
I know.
Would be like, I need to go home. Like,
just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I know, we're all with what's happening right now with our setup. It's probably time to wrap it up. But we can just go on and on talking about food, all the wonderful things about them. We didn't even get into the bad, really.
Well,
we touched a little bit.
Experience at the restaurant.
Yes.
Nah,
I think just be conscious of what you're eating. If you like it, you like it. And if you don't, send it back.
And tip your bartenders.
I can't with you. Oh my gosh.
What was your favorite part of the episode?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I think you talking about drinks and me talking about cooking.
Ooh.
Because those just seem to go hand in hand for us.
Oh my god.
We should have a night.
But we need to invite people over. I want to have like a dinner party.
Let's do that. You do the drinks. I'll do the food.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh,
what's wrong with this freaking camera, man?
oh my god.
Just stop doing that. Oh my gosh. That sounds like so much fun.
That would be cool.
Yes. What was your favorite part?
Probably going down memory lane with everything, even though it wasn't all about food, but that was really fun to like think about. Mm-hmm. I kind of do want to make a dirt cup now. Like, what the hell?
Oh my gosh, we should make a dirt cup. We should just do things.
You know, I was thinking about breakfast for dinner. Like, and like really just going to McDonald's and getting a McGriddle. Like, I was thinking about that.
Oh my gosh. You do what makes you happy.
Follow my heart.
Yes. All right, guys.
Oh, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all that good shit. And you're probably already on YouTube.
Come say hi to us. Leave comments down below.
Yeah, tell us about your favorite foods.
Yes. Tell us a recipe you think we should cook.
Oh, Lord.
We should do that and film it.
Are we going to do a cooking show?
We should do a cooking show. We can cook something.
We can.
I want to do that. I feel like we could get away with that at my apartment.
Yes,
like
that's what I'm thinking too. Because
yes,
I'm like, to hell with doing it in my house.
I can clear off my entire counter. I've been wanting to clear that thing off anyway. So,
okay.
We're getting ideas, guys. Okay,
Lord.
let's stop.
Don't forget to follow Bopd on Instagram.
Yes, it's Sphynx Nicole. It's Sphynx Nicole.
Yes,
because she's wonderful. Follow Sphynx Nicole.
Moist.
Don't do that. Stop.
We're just listening. You really need to watch the video. You just really need to watch the video.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's a wrap.
Okay.
We're scooting out. We're scooting out from this camera angle. So
Oh, you're probably gonna.
This is gonna be awkward.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm just gonna
Do you need
up and around.
Okay, I was gonna say come this way, or would that be easier? Scoot towards me.
I'm committed.
Okay, she's committed.